No doubt about it, new stuff is addictive. I read about direct oil injection for 2-strokes and think, hey, that's going to be cool. I see the latest electric dirt bike starting to kick some serious ass, and my heart starts to beat a little faster. But recently I went to change a fuel tank over, and I was confronted with a maze of wiring, pipes and weird connectors because of the fuel injection system. I gritted my teeth, memorised the way it hung together, then pushed ahead, and of course wound up with a fuel pump not working. It reminded me a few years ago I bought a KTM 690 for adventure riding and only did my research after buying it. The ads talked about state-of-the-art electronics, but guys were saying on a long trip these can be a state-of-the-art way to get stranded hundreds of miles from fuck knows where. This is due to 2 ECUs, a ride-by-wire throttle system, unreliable fuel pumps, the risk of clogging injectors, dodgy rocker arms, running out of fuel if that fuel light doesn't work, and more. I figured bugger that, I sold it and went old school with the DR650. The ugly bush pig has had virtually no changes since 1996, except for what Suzuki calls exciting new graphics every year. Fix the suspension, de-restrict the engine, and she's a surprisingly capable old girl. Where usually the solution to a breakdown is just remember to swing the fuel tap over to reserve. I'm not necessarily knocking modern bikes. The KTM 690 had mind-bogglingly ridiculous power for the adventure riding hooligan, guaranteed to wheel spin on dirt in every gear until you approached terminal velocity. But while the DR650 only tops out at about half the same horsepower, the low and mid-range is very similar once the engine is de-restricted, and if we are honest, those are the revs we'll be using the majority of the time. So date a supermodel if you want. She'll be great to look at, very exciting when she's in the mood, but often a bitch to live with. And then there's always the less glamorous cousin, who will be far more reliable and treat you like a best friend, most of the time. Yep, no school like the old school.